I first got introduced to Qigong by Master Mantak Chia. It was UC Berkeley, 1988. I was studying psychology. And I've been studying psychology for a year or two, and I still hadn't heard any information on how to make people feel better. So I was cutting class. Shh, don't tell anybody. I was cutting class. I remember the class distinctly. The study of human personality, or the psychology of human personality. I thought it was going to be great, but the teacher read from the textbook the whole entire time. No personality. So I was walking down Telegraph Avenue and stumbled into Shambhala Books. It's a little spiritual bookstore. You open the door, the incense wafts out, there's crystals everywhere, wonderful books, and I found a section on Taoism and found Mantak Chia's books. Transformed Stress into Vitality. I picked up the book and immediately I saw tools and techniques, resources on how to transform negative emotions to positive emotions. And I was like, wow, right here in this book, it's showing me something that I can do. So I bought 2 or 3 books by Mantak Chia, walked out of the bookstore, and on the telephone pole right there was a flyer. Mantak Chia in town tomorrow. I was like, okay, universe, getting some guidance. I went to the workshop. Being that I was a poor college student, I didn't have enough money to pay for the workshop. So I asked if I could do some work to attend the workshop and work it off. And they immediately put me into the bookstore. And Mantak Chia came up to me afterwards and he said, "Do you write books?" And I said, "I have never written a book before." He's like, "Well, you can write." I was like, "Yeah, I can write." He's like, "Okay, you're gonna work on some book projects for me." So I was writing for him and it turned into a long relationship. In fact, when I graduated college, my first job was being hired by Mantak Chia to go to Thailand and to ghostwrite his books. What an amazing job out of college. I get to go with a Taoist master in Thailand and write these incredibly cool books. So there I am in Thailand. And he told me to come to his house at 5 a.m. in the morning. This is the first morning I'm there. Thailand is very different. The smells, the weather, the temperature, the texture of the air was really different. So I'm walking through the darkness, hearing all kinds of weird little sounds. And I get to Mantak Chia's house, which is over this little stream and it's a big door and it's all dark inside. So I'm peering through the windows like, where is he? I wonder if oh, maybe he said 5 p.m. Maybe there's a lost in translation moment. And I'm pacing back and forth in the dark, and he was standing above me on his balcony. He was like, "Would you just come in here already?" I was like, "Oh, okay." And that started off many years of me working one-on-one with Mantak Chia, coming over to his house at 5 a.m., training, doing all kinds of wonderful QiGong exercises and meditations and energy work. And then I would attend his workshops all day long, take notes, write it up, present it to him, and show him the material that I created for whatever topic it is that we were working on. This gave me great insight to the practice of QiGong. I really got to train one-on-one with the master. And every time I went to Thailand, I would stop somewhere else. I'd stop in Hong Kong, I would stop in China, Japan, Indonesia, and train with healing masters there. QiGong, energy techniques, body work, and I found so many wonderful techniques and tools. It became my mission to translate these esoteric teachings for Westerners so that we could take these energy practices and use them for practical things in our lives. Something we could do in 10 minutes, something we could do to clear stress, get out of pain, and recharge ourselves. So I'm very grateful for all Mantak Chia did for my career and my own practice, but for also helping me to bring this wonderful practice out into the West, into modern life, so that we feel connected not only to ourselves inside, but also to the energy of the environment, nature, and our own humanity.